continue innovating with them.
All right, guys, rumor devices here, hardware, iMacs, MacBook Pros. We saw an image of that, so let's go back and see what they have to say about this new hardware. That's what we came to see. There's Scott Forrest on the break, right?
Well, I'm really excited because today is a very big day for Mac. And it starts with MacBook. We have a great lineup of notebook computers called MacBook. And just a few months ago, we introduced perhaps the best we have ever created. The 15-inch MacBook Pro with a Retina display. Everyone has fallen in love with it. And get gadgets though. The display is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The Verge, best display ever.
Walt Mossberg is throwing a hissy fit right now.
Wired.
He's so mad.
Apple has undoubtedly created the best notebook display in the market. And they're all correct. It is the best display housed in the best notebook design we have ever made.
Really charming double.
But you might not know that our number one selling notebook is actually the 13-inch MacBook Pro. In fact, it's our number one selling Mac. Customers love it because of its combination of power and small size. It's just perfect for so many uses. It truly is a great computer. So in typical Apple fashion, we're going to take our best product and we're going to introduce something so much better, so much cooler, more capable, and I'm really excited to show you for the first time the brand new 13-inch MacBook Pro.
Oh, there it is, guys.
First new hardware of the day. And it's a good one.
That's solid.
Incredibly thin, just 0.75 inches thin. Let's put that side by side with the previous generation. You can see there's a huge difference. It's 20% thinner, a full 1/5 thinner. But even more impressive, it weighs just over 3.5 pounds. That's almost a full pound lighter than the previous generation. That also makes it our lightest MacBook Pro ever. And here it is on the side. Look how thin that is. Beautiful thin base, thin display, and all the I/O our Pro customers need. On the left-hand side, there's MagSafe 2, 2 Thunderbolt ports, a USB 3 port, headphone, and dual microphones. On the right-hand side, as with the 15-inch, we removed the optical drive, and now we have room for an SD card reader, HDMI video out, and a second USB 3 port. Here it is on the other side, equally beautiful from both sides. Best of all, it has a Retina display. That is a display where the pixels are so small that at normal working distance, your eye can't discern them. And everything on it looks absolutely gorgeous. It measures 13.3 inches on the diagonal. For pixels, it's an amazing 2,560 by 1,600. That is 4 times the number of pixels of the previous generation. And if you've done the math, I'm sure some of you have, that's 4,096,000 pixels. That makes it the world's second highest resolution notebook computer. Yes, our 15-inch is the first, but think about that. This 13-inch notebook has more pixels than any competitive 15 or even 17-inch notebook. It is amazing. Looked at another way, many of us have HD TVs now, 1920 by 1080, and here's the new 13-inch MacBook Pro alongside it, showing the same image. But let's overlap those images. You can see the 13-inch MacBook Pro's Retina display displays almost twice as many pixels, almost 2 million more pixels than an HD TV. It is
So guys,
display.
this has always been the whole like, oh, the computer is such a higher resolution than your TV. It always has.
It's
It always has. That's why when in the past, like 10 years ago, when you even tried to plug in a computer, you're like, oh no, it's always a computer.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, these displays are really nice. You're just going to have to ask yourself if they're $500 more nice, or however much the premium is.
Yeah, the rumored price is $16.99, so we'll see. Let's go check it out.
So reading email, the text is so beautiful you can't see the pixels. Surfing the web can be like a fine print magazine. Using iWork applications like Keynote, your slides look absolutely gorgeous. iLife applications are great too. When you use iMovie, the small thumbnails of video are even stunningly sharp. And especially pro applications like our Aperture photo application for pros. You now have access to 4 million pixels for native photo resolution. There's never been a small notebook that gave pro photographers this kind of technology and capability. And if you're looking for more apps that all support our new Retina displays, just go to our Mac App Store. You're going to find plenty more there now. There's productivity apps like Evernote and OmniGraffle. There's creative applications like Pixelmator, Sketchbook Pro, and even games like Civilization 5 and Real Racing 2. It's a lot of great software now to support the Retina display. So that alone is an amazing new feature on the new MacBook Pro. But there's a lot more. There's a FaceTime HD camera with 720 video recording, dual microphones, stereo speakers.
So guys, for those of you who are watching along with this, we're starting to hear about the specs. We have on our live poll below a poll that's asking you, is this what you've been waiting for? So while this continues on, we want you guys to vote and find out what you think about this new MacBook Pro Retina, what you've seen so far. Obviously, when the price point comes out, you'll be able to kind of make your final distinction, but we want to know what you guys think about this MacBook Pro Retina so far.
Especially, in fact, I'm asking my pro photographer friend who just sent me a note and said, I want a 17-inch, please.
Yeah.
Is a 13-inch laptop great for you as a pro photographer, like Bill just said?
Probably not.
Leaning toward no.
All right, we'll go back to the stream, guys.
Let me highlight some of the features. It's pretty incredible. You have Intel dual-core i5 or i7 Ivy Bridge processors. Intel HD graphics 4000, much faster graphics. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, standard 8 gigabytes of memory, up to 768 gigabytes of flash. It's all flash-based for storage. And of course, now up to 7 hours of battery life in such a thin, light product. It is a fantastic computer. And it ships with OS 10 Mountain Lion. And Mountain Lion has many great features that take advantage of this technology and are perfect for our notebook users. You know, for example, built-in voice dictation. So anyway you can type, you can also speak. On dual microphones, that works even better. Of course, over Wi-Fi, we have AirPlay. So if you have an Apple TV hooked up to your TV set, you can put your photos, your movies, your presentations up there for everyone to see. Documents in the cloud, so you can work on your iWork documents and your MacBook Pro and access them wherever you are, on your iPad or even your iPhone. Probably the coolest feature, Power Nap. With Power Nap, while your notebook is asleep, it can automatically update your contacts, your calendar.
Someone made their own
email,
bed for the MacBook.
Photo stream,
Take a nap.
download software updates, you can
It's
back
like a
up to a time capsule. So this is a great new MacBook Pro. And it starts with 2.5 gigahertz dual-core i5, 8 gigs of memory, and 128 gigabytes of flash for just $16.99.
$16.99 was the magic number that people have been talking about.
The 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display has been a big hit, and this is $500 less expensive, so customers really appreciate that. And it starts shipping today.
Ooh!
And like all of our products, the team works very, very hard on making these environmentally friendly. So to check this, and I like to show that for products, Energy Star 5.2, EP Gold, arsenic-free display glass, mercury-free display, BFR-free, PVC-free, and of course, the high-grade aluminum and glass are highly recyclable. So this is a great new MacBook Pro. We're so excited to show it to our customers, we even created an app. So let's run that app.
Yeah. You know what? I am thrilled to see, even though I just made a snotty comment, I am thrilled to see them do that. To really embrace being green and point out the parts of that laptop that are environmentally friendly, because they, of all people, of all companies, encourage people to upgrade often. So the fact that these devices are both recyclable and clean in the manufacturing is, in fact, something to highlight. I'm glad that they're doing that.
Well, one thing that's interesting is with the 15-inch Retina display, they had that whole little controversy where they removed a lot of their products from the green list.
Yep.
And then the 15-inch Retina specifically was, then they, after the backlash, they put their products back on the 15-inch specifically because all the batteries were glued in, was still off that list. They recently put it back on just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Display joins the 15 as the only two notebooks in the industry with Retina display quality. It's powerful and super thin and light. Customers are really going to love it. And here's our notebook lineup. We have MacBook Air starting at $999. For those who still want it, we keep the build generation there. MacBook Pro at $1199. And the new MacBook Pros with their Retina displays starting at $1699. Of course, you know there are multiple screen sizes on each and a few configurations. So if you're curious, here are the standard channel configurations for all of our MacBooks. And of course, there's a wide range here and something for nearly everyone. So that updates our MacBook lineup, and it is the best line of portables we have ever offered. Next, Mac Mini.
Hey.
You knew there'd be something called Mini in this presentation, didn't you?
Good
Phil,
one.
you devil.
All right, you don't have to clap that long.
This is our smallest, most affordable Mac.
Come on.
It wasn't the
If you have a
funniest
look
joke
at what
ever.
it's packed with a lot of great features. Gigabit Ethernet, FireWire 800, HDMI video out, Thunderbolt, USB, now upgraded to USB 3, 4 of them, SD card reader, and audio in and out. But the action of this product and the update is on the inside, so let's turn it over. And it's very accessible. You just take the bottom cover right off, and here's the inside. It's a beautiful, simple, small design. What's inside? Dual or quad Intel Core i5 or i7 Ivy Bridge processors, Intel HD Graphics 4000, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, up to 16 gigabytes of memory, and up to a terabyte hard drive or 256 gigs of flash. The number of configurations, it starts with a 2.5 gigahertz dual-core i5, 4 gigs of memory, and a half a terabyte hard drive, which is $599. There are other configurations, and a lot of our customers actually like to get it as a server to run OS X applications for server uses. And so we have a 2.3 gigahertz quad-core i7, 4 gigs of memory, and 2 1 terabyte hard drives, in OS X server applications preloaded for $999. And these all start shipping today. And equally environmentally friendly as well. Energy Star 5.2, EDP Gold, BFR free.
So just a quick note, just talking about the environmental, how it's supported on the Mac Mini. Just a quick thing from our poll for the MacBook 13 Retina Pro. 61% of our respondents said they love it, but it's too pricey. 20% said you'll have to pry my Ultrabook for my cold dead fingers, and 19% said it's already in my shopping cart. So the majority of you that are watching this, at least with the Retina MacBook Pro 13, think it's still a little too pricey for that. So interesting.
That's what our chat room is saying.
And for good reason.
Talking
It's
iMac.
Great design. Evolved over many years. In fact, many think of it as the flagship of the Mac product line. You may remember it all started back in 1998. Yes, with the Bondi Blue iMac. In fact, this really relaunched all of our products. The way we make products, how innovative they are, how incredible the designs are. It also epitomizes something that Apple does so well, to create a breakthrough, innovative product through the years, relentlessly keep updating it with the latest technology to push it as far as the technology allows. We've had 7 generations of iMac, each one better than the last. So that's why it's so great today, for you to be the first to see the next generation of iMac. Here it is.
Must be raising from somewhere, and that's like, ooh, look how thin that thing is. Look at that.
Wow.
Are they for real? Look at that thing. That's like a tablet thickness right there.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but damn! I'm sorry, that's hot.
I love to wait for the moment when Tom turns. And then he's just like, I'm in. This is the moment. He's in.
Stunning from every side, edge to edge we get a look at how thin it is.
That's still a pretty big bezel, I'm just saying.
Molly Wood.
Look at that edge. She got
Come on, edge to edge.
thin, that design.
It's actually deeper than the lighting allows you to see it. Probably looks like half, I don't know, is it half an inch maybe?
Pretty big bezel.
It's still awesome.
It's an entire computer in here. It's hard to believe there's even just a display in
I'm okay
here.
with the bezel. That's a hot design though. I'm sorry.
Pretty.
All right, let me
I think
tell
you
you a lot
dropped
more
it.
about it.
What
I know,
did
he
you drop
did have a
it?
moment, right? He was like, oh
That
gosh.
edge is 5 millimeters thin. That is 80% thinner than the previous generation. And it extends the entire length. All the way down to this area at the bottom. We lovingly call this the chin. Now, this enclosure is made of two parts, that chin and that entire big aluminum back. And they're put together previously with some advanced laser welding. But this is so thin, we want to do something even more incredible. Engineering team used a technology, you may not have heard of it, called friction stir welding. This is unbelievable. The actual molecules of the aluminum emerge together between the two components to make one piece that are super strong and nearly seamless.
You can't speculate on that.
The lengths they will go to create these products is astounding. But how did we make it that thin? Well, to explain it, let me bring back up the previous generation. Isn't it amazing how
That
something
turd.
new makes the previous thing instantly look old?
That's
It's incredible.
disgusting.
Well, let's look
Dated
inside
caveman
part
technology.
of it.
Kill it. Burn it.
One quick thing while I was breaking this down.
Team did was engineer.
This new iMac looks like it does not have a optical drive.
I didn't notice that.
It's
Yeah.
probably going to be a solid-state drive. It's so thin that even on their main desktop consumer line, you know, they've been pushing it out for a while, but it looks like there's no optical drive on here.
If you're not going to make like Mac Pros, then put an optical drive in the one desktop that you are continuing to make.
What's also curious though is like the iMac is a family machine. We'll go back to the stream real quick. People, they've been pushing it that you make DVDs, family DVDs with this, and there's no drive on it. That's a little curious. I'm just saying. So we'll go back.
I'm gonna get that old ugly turd. I will.
Then we remove the optical drive and completely re-engineer all the internal components to make something this amazingly thin. Let's talk a little bit more about this display. The display comes in two sizes, 21.5 inch and 27 inch. The 27 inch is 2560 by 1440. The 21.5 inch, 1920 by 1080. They're both IPS panels for a beautiful viewing angle and at full brightness over 300 nits, so beautifully bright. And we said it's fully laminated. Besides making it thin, the full lamination delivers another benefit. When you look at it, the text and graphics will look like they're sitting right on top of the glass because they're right that close, and it improves the optical quality. And then we also apply an anti-reflective coating to the display.
Yeah.
We want to make it even purer, even thinner, even higher quality image quality. And we use a new technology that's called plasma deposition. When we're talking today, I heard about plasma deposition. It allows us to apply the anti-reflective coating down to a nanometer thickness.
Whoa.
And the combination of all this
Hey guys, I'm back.